Hello everybody and welcome to our final game of King of the Hill, Season 3, Episode 5. We have here, after just taking a stunning, I think might be the word for it, victory over Paula, it is Luciano playing as the OKW on St. Omer Airfield.
Steady up, fellas. I got orders coming.
Slow
Sorry, my game bug splatted.
Combat engineers.
I don't understand. Crazy.
And in the West, playing as the USF, it is going to be Von Ivan, who immediately locks in with Armor Company and brings out a squad of assault engineers. This is his map. He knows it the best. And we're going to see if we can spot some interesting strategies from him. Momo, let's do the same thing as before. Let's get to 5 minutes and I'll bring you in when you're there.
God bless the bug splats.
So, just as interesting. We're going to be watching Von because this is a map that was created by him and DevM. Safe to say he has a bit of an advantage here. But interesting to see as well how Luciano approaches this, possibly having not played this map before. Von, in fact, is going to be taking his rear echelons, wiring off some crucial green cover points that will probably benefit him later on into this game. He's going for his munitions early on, the high resource munitions point, but great start game from Luciano as he goes for the strategic cutoff and aims to negate all of that right from the start of the game. Assault
How's that 219?
Okay. Assault Grenadiers there. They're trying to get as many models as they can at the start, forcing the movement of the Volt Grenadiers all the time. That's a really low health squad there. Luciano's trying to stay in the engagement. And this is great by Von. Really just making good calculations there. Now actually you see these Assault Engineers on the retreat path, and Luciano's there with the Stern Pioneers. Could this be the first squad wipe of the game? Going down against Von Ivan. It is a squad wipe. Luciano, a bit of a victory there at the start of the game. And Momo, I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to stop at 225 because I missed you whilst I was casting that. Let me know.
I'm there at 225 now.
Okay. You ready to... Are you paused?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, play. 26, 27, 28, 29.
Yep.
Awesome.
Sorry about the break of immersion there, guys, but huge pickup for Luciano. Right there with that squad wipe. But he still has a map control. Von Ivan, that is.
Well, yeah, I mean, Von hasn't had really connected resources. He's only got the 2 strategic points to the fuel. Nevertheless, it's a good start game. And I think actually just sending that rear echelon over there, Luciano just had no contest for it. It's just left to do its own thing. But I think actually the squad wipe has to be said. That's way more crucial than the territory control right now.
Absolutely.
Look at this mine from Von. Like, this isn't really on a choke point or anything. It's just been scouted by Luciano's Stern Pioneers. Incredibly low health.
Combat engineers on the line.
Yeah, he went for a minesweeper rather than dropping the med pack, so he's picking the trade-off there with his very, very low resource income.
The riflemen are going to have a great fight here by the wreckage of this plane. Actually, the Volks Grenadiers need to be careful. Some low health squads there. So another Volks Grenadier coming in support from the north takes a nice green cover position where it might be able to get an angle on the green cover. I'm not sure actually if that negates the green cover bonus or not from that angle.
I think he was okay at that particular angle, but now it's not going to matter. Green cover is practically all but neutralized there.
Luciano is, of course, having to group a lot of his units up together to get those units out of cover. Otherwise, these engagements are going to take a long time of just sitting in cover positions. He's now got to go back a little bit and get rid of these rear echelons, but he's being pushed by the Assault Grenadiers in the centre, recently upgraded to flamethrowers. This is where I think we're going to start seeing problems for Luciano. He needs to get his tech up and wasn't able to on that strategic point a moment ago, so there will be a delay in whatever vehicle he was going to go onto the field.
Yeah, these fresh assault engineers with flamethrowers force back, but fresh wave out lieutenant and the previous assault engineer forcing off 2 Volks Grenadiers. Just by moving up to them with their superior close range DPS. Let's see what kind of truck he's trying to set up here. Mechanized Regiment headquarters coming out for Luciano. His income is pretty much non-existent right now, so it's going to be quite a while before he gets something. To be mindful of his retreat path here through Lieutenant and Assault Engineers with his Volksgrenadier. Good job. Gets out of there early. Right decision there, considering you don't know how well Von Ivan's going to pull off a body block, which he's attempting here.
And of course there is some negative cover there actually. Fortunately that will pass through the crater, so the retreat path is fairly helpful, but there's a lot of negative cover actually in the center of this map.
Yeah.
Which you really have to be wary of if you're going to cross over the center road.
The command vehicle has gone static. HQ operations now underway.
Still no heal crate drop from the Stern Pioneers. Means these Volksgrenadier are going to bleed out much quicker than they should.
Yeah, you can tell that Von Ivan is he's just playing a much better game with the cover. He's drawing out these long engagements, which allows him to cap large parts of the map without Luciano being able to play forward at all. And it makes a squad, even like echelons, you know, when you get into these cover positions like this, it makes even like a squad of echelons. What's this?
Oh,
what? Luciano! You filthy, filthy player. We see a new side of Luciano today.
Going to the dark side.
Von, did you see him there? He nearly vaulted. He nearly managed to vault.
Why? We thought you were created to defend the Force.
He is
Join the Sith.
at one with the dark side now. Yeah, do you know the interesting thing there? Von, I think he realised he can vault out of that situation. So eventually he did try and make
it too late. I think he was caught off guard by Luciano doing that.
But I think Von's going to be a little bit unhappy with that. He's going to be like, Luciano came here for a fair game, and you bring out this Kimbo pathetic strategy against me. Well, let's see what Von has to say about it. He's about to bring the Stuart light tank onto the field. He's got very, very good map
Kimbo
control.
really is like a cancer. He's morally bankrupting and corrupting our heroes of the community with his ghost.
We should just refer to him as a disease from now on, like the Kimbo has spread.
Well, his old name was Olaf Gedge. I don't know why he changed it. So yeah, I'd prefer to call him by that. It's more sinister. Kimbo Slice, the real guy, may he rest in peace.
We're losing a capture point.
The bodybuilder, if anyone knew. That's where the name comes from. But Von just completely annihilating Luciano on this right side, just not even letting him come out the base.
Yeah, I mean, actually, Von has systematically removed Luciano just from areas of the map, and the support play is good. Worth noting, like, Von Ivan hasn't had a great deal of variety units to play with. He's really relied on close-range assault engineers, and he just made good use of cover positions, good use of the map, and of course, he probably have a bit of an advantage being this map he made with DevM.
Ambulance taking the field.
Yeah, look at the army comparison. Luciano has like 7 squads versus Von's 5, but yet has no control over practically any worthwhile territory outside of ammunition. His mechanized regiment hasn't produced a single unit, and we're 9 minutes in. So that is horrendous.
I mean, that was actually a bad calculation because he didn't have the map control really to build mechanized, and he wasn't even on the path to getting from something mechanized. Like when he built it, he had 5 fuel.
Yeah.
And there's definitely something to be said about building something when you've got the resources and making use of your manpower until you can afford something.
Yeah, I think he expended all his brain resources against Paul last game, so. No Raketin. If only he went battle group, he would have had a flak half track, would have been much better in helping him in this kind of situation. Stern Pioneer's closing in at the wrong time, needs to get out of there. Oh, that mine is going to result in the... Oh. See ya.
Von's just like, next!
Cafeteria lunch line.
Next. Next.
So wipe for you, wipe for you.
Yeah.
As you said, Vaughn definitely did have the home court advantage on this map. Being his own map, that is. So you guys, this is what happens when you go sandbag.
Oh yeah. I don't even think Kimbo has a 100% success rate of doing it against Vaughn, so... Luciano is forced to go for the VPs right now. He doesn't want to get himself into a situation where he can't come back. Raketten has just hit the field. 10-minute Raketten is really on the late side of bringing AT on for any game with Company of Heroes. But at least he does have some kind of counter, or at least something to push the Stuart away temporarily.
Volk's closing in on Flame Assault Engineers. Not the best idea from Luciano here. Might go for the infiltration tactics here.
Wait, why are the engineers in there when it's burning? Pretty sure that building's on fire. I mean, like they took health damage from that. I'm pretty sure.
Is that the natural?
I don't know. I actually don't know if it's always on fire or whether a grenade earlier set it off, but nevertheless, it took a lot of health down.
Yeah, it did. There we go. 12-minute Panzer II coming out right after on the field. Barrage coming on the left VP. Let's see if Luciano notices, and if Vaughn gets lucky with it. There we go. He's moving back. Oh, that was right on his position there. If he was not paying attention, that squad would have died.
I like that Luciano's giving it a shot still. Remember, he does have...
it's not over till it's over.
Absolutely. It's only a squad wipe each. You know, Stern Pioneers for Luciano and 3 Echelons for Von Ivan.
3 Echelon and Assault Engineer. Vaughn's lost,
oh yeah, sorry, and the Assault Engineer, you're right.
That was very early on, so easy to miss.
And there we go, that Luke needs to be careful, there's mines everywhere!
There's a second mine there too.
There is.
Vaughn could pop the armor piercing, he does. He's loaded armor piercing rounds. Lieutenant's coming with a bazooka. Luciano's not paying attention. Could very well lose this Luke's here. Oh, Stewart's coming to clean up. Nothing to support the Panzer II and gets promptly obliterated. And /L from Luciano.
I just let's just quickly get back into out of this game. 1 second.